Go right into our second topic of the day. It's really a interesting conversation that I heard on Twitter. Shouts out to them, and I kind of wanted to give my 2 cents on it because I heard it and it resonated with me. Men hate disrespect more than they love sex. And I thought about that. I've been pondering on this because I wrote this down a couple days ago, like a topic I wanted to get into because it was an interesting quote. And I'm like, man, let's tackle this one. Men hate disrespect more than they love sex. That's the truth. I think it's true. But to some degree, it's true. But to some degree, it's not. Because I know guys, I know people out here that will still have sex with a woman who is disrespecting her. I know this. I know that men will put up with a lot to get the sex. Now, where it rings true at is you're not going to be his girlfriend. You're not going to be his long-term solution. He will conform himself into anything to get what he wants. So, the disrespect, say you're disrespecting the guy, but he's still sleeping with you. That's because you offering it, and guys ain't finna turn that down. Let's be real. Guys ain't finna turn it down. But you're not going to be his choice. He's not going to choose you. Because we hate disrespect. The disrespect is, nah. But if I got to be with you to sleep with you, then a guy will dip. No cap. He going to leave. He's going to leave. Because there's too many women out here who not going to disrespect than to put up with somebody that's going to disrespect. And they can still get the sex from that chick. So it's one of the things where it's correct in some instances, in some instances not. It just depends on where you at in your life and your maturity. I'm not putting up with no disrespect. That's it. Not dealing with it no more. I won't accept it at all. I just won't accept it no more. I accepted it in the past. I won't accept no disrespect no more. And boundaries. Very important. One of the most important things. And I realized that when somebody told me, hey man, you don't have any boundaries. I said, what? Are you crazy? I got boundaries. You just can't talk to me no kind of way. You just can't. That's a bound. It's deeper than that. It's deeper than that. I didn't have no boundaries. I'm not going to lie. I didn't. I just started really developing boundaries once I really started getting to know myself, like what I really dislike and what I really won't stand for. And disrespect, in any form of disrespect. That's the thing for me now. It's any form of disrespect. Bye. I'm out. No. Don't worry about you. You got to fix you. I'm going to take accountability and I'm going to leave. Because at that point, I'm allowing you to disrespect me and I'm just not going to deal with it. Allowing a woman to disrespect you or allowing a individual or a human being to disrespect you and you just let it slide. Nah, bro, you ain't got no boundaries. You got to create that boundary. Ho. I'm out. You can correct it. But I ain't saying you got to leave every time. You correct it. But if it's not changing, out. Because the more you deal with it, the less that boundary becomes a boundary now. Now they're being able to step over that line all the time. And now you become reactive instead of proactive. That's why you have to be proactive in your relationships. You have to be proactive when it comes to disrespect. You're not going to disrespect me. I don't care how good it is. I don't care how good your sex is. I don't care how it feels. I don't care about none of that. I don't care how warm it is. I don't care about none of that. You're not going to disrespect me. I'm sorry. I'm just not standing for that no more. You know, people talk about standing on business. That is starting to get overused, and I hear you. But what that statement really means, I'm standing on everything I'm talking about right now. 10 toes. I'm out. I don't have to deal with disrespect. Because if I'm not giving that off, I don't have to deal with it. If I'm coming to you respectfully and the disrespect is being thrown back, I don't have to deal with it. So make sure that you're in a respectful place before you try to deal with that. Make sure you sweep in front of your porch before you go in front of somebody else's porch to sweep. Because they're going to bring up all the dirt that you got. Remember that. But yeah, I think men do hate the disrespect more than they love sex. Like I said, it is correct in a lot of instances. Like for me now, but I think it's a more mature man that's like that. A young kid, young guy, nah, about 19, 18 to about, I'm gonna say about 24, 18 about 24 is where that doesn't apply. Because guys sleep with disrespectful women all the time because they like the way it feels. They love they say. Because a lot of times it don't take till you get older to where you start thinking with your other head. You understand what I'm saying? Not your main vein. It takes a mature level to get to that point to where you're not thinking with the main vein, you're thinking with your brain. You understand what I'm saying? But around 20, because I got to remember, sorry, I had to remember around that time where in my mental, like, where was I at with it? What was I doing? Yeah, man. I was out here sleeping with disrespectful women. Definitely. Definitely. But I also was disrespectful, too. So I got to take accountability for my disrespect. And allowing that disrespect by not creating that boundary early. And then when they and not just that, when the boundaries cross, I'm out. I stayed. Now you're accountable for what happens now from here on out. Because you stayed after you supposedly created that boundary. When you create the boundary and then it still gets stepped over, you got to go. That means that's really standing on business. That's what standing on business means. I created a boundary. You keep on stepping over that boundary. I'm out. That's standing on business. Because I told you I wasn't dealing with that. And I'm out. Now you deal with the pieces, pick up the pieces, and do what you got to do. Make sure you got your own, though, man. Don't make sure you're not in a situation where you have to depend on this person. Or you have to be there for this person. You know? Yeah, man. So, like I said, I think the 18 to 24 is where it don't apply. But 25 and up, it applies. Because at that point, when you become 25, you're still young-minded. You still got a young mind. But you're starting to mature a little bit. You got a little bit of time and skin in the game. You start to understand, like, hey, I really don't have to deal with this. I don't have to deal with it. And once you realize you don't have to deal with it, it's the best thing. And you take accountability. Biggest word I keep saying, you're going to hear me at every pod say, accountability. Because you got to take accountability for what you allowed and what you did. You let other folks deal with their own accountability. You can only focus on yours and what you got to do. That's how you become more intellectually intelligent from a standpoint of becoming a mentally intelligent man, when it comes to that, emotionally intelligent, because you're processing how you feel and you're processing it in the right way. You're not lashing out like a child. You're not throwing a temper tantrum. You're dealing with your stuff, and you're moving adequately to that. And you move adequately. And you deal with things like a man deal with it. You cut it off if you got to. You fix it if you got to. You do whatever you need to do in that time frame and make sure that it's the best decision and the smartest decision. Hey, we had a hot show today, you guys. I'm excited. I got more stuff coming. Man, I'm telling you, y'all, this is my year. I feel it in my bones. I feel it in my body. I feel it in my mental. That's why I'm getting fight. That's why I can feel the fight of bad energy around. But I'm not going to let it stop me. I can feel it. But I ain't going to let you stop me because you can't. I'm not going to let it stop me. 2024 is your year. Y'all better start saying that to yourselves. 2024 is my year. I'm telling y'all, I got so much more exciting stuff coming up. Y'all tune in tonight to Midnight Media Madness. Got some real hot, juicy, controversial topics to talk about tonight that we will get into. That we will get into. So, I will see y'all tonight. Until then, this is Love versus the Reality of Love podcast. This your boy, the Portal Prospect. And until next time.